Good day, everybody. We are checking in on the ecosystem. Plants are looking really good. Everything is holding together nicely. Venus flytrap there is hanging in there. It's not dead yet. Didn't know how it would react being in here in the soil. So they say those things don't do very well with the high nutrients. They only like to eat flies and bugs. But we'll see how it works right there on the edge. Pond here is looking good. You can see some black, see a black snail over there. He's working his way around, cleaning the side of the tank for me. We're going to be getting a bunch more snails and clams and shrimp. And it's just so cold outside. It's like 22 degrees here in Virginia, and right now is just not the best time to go fishing. I plan on putting bluegill, maybe one or two bluegill, maybe a sunfish. Everything that goes in this bed is going to come out of the reservoir down at the bottom of the hill here at my property. So the grass came out of my koi pond outside here. All the moss you see on the edge, that all come from on the property here, just along hillsides and on the edge of the reservoir down there. This is what really makes everything work. This moss and that sand and silt and clay that's in the creek comes up the creek bed, up to the side of the creek edge, taps into the moss. The moss then grows, creates roots. That sand and silt then comes over the edge here and wicks water into the bed itself. And this allows the plants to tap into the top half of their feeder roots into the creek system, and hopefully over time get some nutrients from it, from the fish and everything else that's going to be going into the pond. That's the idea anyway. This is all an experiment. I've never done anything like this before, never built anything like this before. This was all done just off the top of my head with expert help and listening on YouTube from guys like Marco, and Marco is Growing, and Leighton Morrison with this layered soil system, the horizontal soil system. It's basically just mimicking Earth is what we're doing. We're mimicking nature. And that's what this whole bed is about, is to mimic nature. And I'm trying to get a watering system to the plants that applies nutrients and the right amount of water to the soil to keep everything thriving. And all I have to do is keep the water in the fish pond topped off. It does evaporate quite a bit. I have the dehu in the back here that dumps in from the top. But during the winter time, there's not a whole lot of moisture outside and in here. So what I'm sucking out, I'm just putting right back in. But right now, I'm not really sucking out a whole lot. I want it at 60%, 65%. Right now, we're at 57, 74 degrees. And mainly because it's just super cold outside. So, yep, that's the idea. We will be putting in shrimp and clams and you name it. Whatever's in fresh water that cleans. A good cleaning crew is what we need. I've got a crab in here already. Of course, I expected not to see him ever again, and I saw him once, but I believe he's buried himself in those rocks over there, and I don't expect to see him much Maybe he probably come out at nighttime. There's a salamander, a white spotted salamander in here. Probably never see him again. Once they get in here, they pretty much stay hidden. They bury themselves in the ground and pretty much spend most of their lives there. But they do eat, you know, bugs and different things. I've also been learning the soil food web. If you haven't checked that out, check out the soil food web on YouTube. Dr. Elaine Ingham. She's the pioneer of the soil food web, and she really dives into the microscope aspect of the biology and the soil biology and all different types of adding all the elements, balancing everything out is what we're trying to achieve, is balance. So that's it for today. We will do another reel in the morning.